In this adventure, I tackled Pennsylvania's tallest mountain, Mount Davis, during a record-breaking winter storm. Standing at 3,213 feet, the weather up here can be some of the most extreme in the state of Pennsylvania. Instead of bringing a tent, I opted to test out my new sleep system with a simple bivvy sack and a sleeping bag. Despite the weather and 5+ inches of fresh snow, I really had a great time, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. And as always, thanks for watching. Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm at the highest point in Pennsylvania, Mount Davis. Right now I'm checking out the watchtower. They have a big lookout tower at the very top of the mountain. Then tonight I'm going to do a little bit of survival camping out here on the highest mountain in Pennsylvania. It's going to be really cold, mid to low teens probably, but I should be fine. I have some very warm equipment. Not even to mention, it's supposed to snow tonight. I saw 5 to 8 inches possible, but probably more realistically like 3 to 5 inches. But still, it's gonna be a pretty crazy night. I don't have a shelter. I'm testing out my new bivvy. So I have a waterproof bivvy, and then I have my Gore-Tex sleeping bag, which I'm gonna put inside there and see if I stay dry and survive the night, hopefully. All right, here we are, Mount Davis. A geological feature, 3,213 feet above sea level. Okay, here's the tower. Doesn't look very tall, definitely looks like it's in pretty good shape. I know this is a fairly popular climb, so I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna leave my backpack down here. According to my thermometer, it is currently 26.5 degrees, so it's quite chilly, and there's a bit of a breeze, which only adds to how cold it feels. Oh yeah, there's the breeze. Put some gloves on. My hands are cold. Here we are. It's the top of Pennsylvania. Doesn't really feel like it. This mountain is not very prominent as it's in the middle of the Allegheny Mountains, kind of a plateau. Windmills over there. It's the valley over there. Very neat. It's also kind of nice being out here in the winter because all the trees are leafless, so the view seems like it's probably a little better than it would be in the summer. The snow just makes it look even prettier as well. But it's frigid up here. That breeze is very cold. My hands are freezing. So I'm going to head down and hopefully find a good spot. I might have to dig some snow out just so I'm not sleeping on top of snow, but I pretty prepared for tonight, so let's do it. Alright, now to make it down without slipping and cracking my head open. Going down these lookouts is always the hard part. It's always the scariest part. This one has some pretty high stairs and pretty low railings about to my hip, so it is a little bit scary. We are back down. I saw a little plaque over here I'm going to check out. It's completely snow covered. Industry. Oh, that's not a good word. Apparently that is possibly the real name of this mountain. But there's a bunch of plaques here. If you want to see them, go find a video of Mount Davis in the summer. My hands are freezing cold trying to get that snow off. Here's another one. Yeah, pretty cool. Cool stuff. It's already 3 o'clock or so, so I better get moving because it's not going to be too long until it's dark. It gets pretty dark early. Alright, I'm going to go find a spot. Area closed, sunset to 6 a.m. We are right here on the map. I think I'm going to try to camp over here somewhere. There's absolutely no one here today. You can see why you need a pretty good snow vehicle to get up here. It's pretty slippery. Alright, I think this is my gate to my campsite. This area is out of the Mount Davis Preserve, so I can actually camp in this region. Actually, to the right is the preserve, but to the left is where I can camp. The snow is somewhat deep. I got to make some distance. Spent the last 2 days cabin camping in a nice, cozy, warm cabin at Cooser State Park. Very nice state park. We had an awesome cabin. My dad and I went skiing and snowshoeing and got some blisters on my feet from the skiing, so hurts to walk a little bit, but we had a great time. My wife was there too, but she wisely decided to stay in the cabin and just enjoy the cozy weather. It seems like there was more snow there than there is here. It's up near Somerset, PA, which is known to have the most snow in the state, mostly yearly snowfall. There, I think it was probably about 7 or 8 inches of snow, so pretty deep. Here, I would say it's probably only 3 or 4 inches, so good bit shallower. Here's the Tub Mill Run Trail. I think I'm gonna take it, see if I can find a good campsite on it. We'll see. I may just have to sleep in the bushes, basically. You know, find a nice open area, plenty of space. I think I'm gonna set up on this underneath this rhododendron. So I did bring some ice cleats just in case it was very slippery and icy out here. But the fresh snow is fairly easy to grip in, and slipping here really hasn't been an issue. But I also brought this tiny little trowel. Probably should have brought a bigger shovel, but I'm gonna try to clear a nice spot to put my sleeping pads down. Maybe easier to just use my feet, honestly. I think it's not a huge spot, but I think it will do for the night. My main weak point of my system, my sleeping system, is the face, because the face is pretty much exposed. The rest of the body is pretty covered and pretty waterproof, so I'm going to try to make a face protector with this. Let's see what we can do here with this poncho. Now I'm going to set up my sleep system. This is my bivvy for the night. It's made of Tyvek. It's a very cheap, very affordable alternative to much more expensive bivvies you can buy. It should be pretty much waterproof. I seam sealed it, so the zipper that's on it shouldn't leak. But just wanted to test it out, and this is my chance. Now here's really the thing that's gonna keep me warm. This is the Western Mountaineering Bison sleeping bag. It's a negative 40 degree Gore-Tex Infinium shell sleeping bag. So it should be pretty much water resistant to waterproof. Maybe not quite waterproof if it's saturated, but it should do the trick, especially with this this bivvy. Alright, there's my setup for the night. It looks like it's gonna be pretty dry, pretty warm. We'll see with the snow coming, the snowstorm. But yeah, I'm gonna crawl inside and I'm gonna start cooking dinner. Should be dark here fairly soon. It's 4:14. Gaiters off. Get these socks off. They're a little wet. I do have another pair of socks. It's very important if you want your feet to stay warm to have a dry pair. Luckily I remembered that. That's warm. I feel the warmth in this bag instantly. That's what I really like about this bag. You know, it's very overkill for this kind of weather even. Especially how it usually is here in Pennsylvania. It's usually not that cold, but in this cold weather, I just love how quick this bag heats up. You know, other bags will be laying there for 30-40 minutes and you'll be waiting for it to warm up, but this is almost instant. You feel that warmth that you don't in other bags, which is especially nice if you have to get up in the night to go to the bathroom or something. You don't have to reheat your bag as long as others. My pants are a tiny bit damp at the bottom, but I'm actually gonna put these in my sleeping bag tonight so I don't wake up with them frozen or just frigid. It's hard getting your pants on in the morning in the cold. It's worse when your pants are also freezing cold. My boots are pretty wet. They're probably gonna freeze tonight. I'm really not super hungry yet. It's gonna be dark pretty soon, so I think I'm just going to kind of lay here and relax in the warmth for the next, 40-50 minutes. And then once it's dark and I'm a little more hungry, I think I'll cook dinner. Tonight I made it a little easy for myself to pack. Just got an MRE beef patty with jalapeno pepper jack. Alright, it's now getting dark, the sun just set, and darkness is setting in, so I'm going to prepare my MRE, my beef patty. These things are always a pain in the ass. Open, there we go. Okay, this I'm guessing is the beef patty. Here is fat-free mayonnaise, mayo. I won't be eating this. I'm not a huge fan of mayonnaise. Cheese spread with bacon. Got tortillas, interesting. Not buns, tortillas. And this is a good one. We got oatmeal chunk chocolate cookie. That sounds good. And it's got M&Ms as well. This is the best it's at least got the best sides. Let's see about the main course. And we got barbecue sauce. Wonder how this this heating pack will perform in this cold weather. I don't know what this is. It might be a bun or something, but I'm putting it anyways. Starting to heat up, get pretty hot. I'm gonna let it sit for 10 or 15 minutes probably. I'm feeling in the mood for a sweet treat, so I'm gonna eat this oatmeal chocolate chunk cookie. That looks kind of good. You see there? Very crunchy, oatmeal-y. It's got nice chocolate chips. It's a little dry, but it's an MRE cookie, so I'd call it acceptable. Very good. Peanut M&Ms. You know, they're just M&Ms, peanut. Can't really beat them. They're really good. Delicious. The woods are very still. You know, there's not very much wind. You know, it's very quiet. I heard something moving back there behind me. I don't think it's a bear. Hopefully it's not. That's all of them. Forgot they put the menu items on this cardboard sleeve. And apparently that is au gratin potatoes. So that sounds pretty good with the beef patty. Alright, it seems like this heater pretty much stopped producing heat. I don't know if the food is hot or warm. I'm gonna check it out. Doesn't feel very warm. That kind of sucks. It'd be nice to have some hot food. This is the au gratin. It smells pretty good. It looks like just cheesy potatoes. Let's try the au gratin. I mean, it's not cold, but it's definitely not warm. It's pretty good. Definitely a very artificial cheese taste. These things are pretty hard to open sometimes. Oh, that just ripped in half. They're pretty cold. They're very, very stiff tortillas. Ooh. There is the beef patty. Looks very appetizing. Looks like a McRib. I'm gonna put some of this very congealed, it's very cold, cheese sauce, bacon cheese sauce on it. And this is quite hard to get out of there. It's very cold. There's my delicious cheese beef patty taco. These tortillas suck. They're a rip in half. I guess that's because it's cold, maybe. I don't know if this is actually meat. It's very pulpy. You know, it's really not. It's not terrible. It's got a nice, like, peppery jalapeno taste. It's certainly not the best MRE main course I've had. Probably, honestly, the worst. I guess they had to make up for this beef patty with M&Ms and a chocolate chip cookie. Because I would be pissed. So I got this, and I got the sides of some of the other MREs, like the peanuts and all that. This one at least had good sides. Eat more of some of these potatoes before they get really cold. These potatoes, gratin, are also not very good. Honestly, I think I prefer the meat slab. These have a lot of cheese sauce, but you can tell it's very, you know, obviously, but it's very processed and it doesn't really taste really good to me. So all the potatoes, that is pretty much everything. I have barbecue sauce left, and I got some mayo left. I don't think I'm gonna be desperate enough to eat those. It really sucks, but I'm gonna have to get out of my bag in a few minutes to go hang my bear bag. I'd rather not have a bear come and check me out at night. Despite the snow, it is quite dark out tonight. The clouds have rolled in, the storm clouds. I'm getting snow on my feet. This kind of sucks. It's probably not exactly far enough away, but I should be fine. It's pretty secure. In all my times in the woods, I've never had an actual bear encounter at night trying to get to my food, but it's always good to take precautions, even in black bear country. I don't think they're gonna mess with me, but it's just good practice. Here's my crib. Super cozy looking, am I right? All right, now that I got the bear bag up and I urinated, it's finally time to put on my nice dry socks. My feet are definitely a little chilly after getting out my bag and walking around in my wet boots, but I feel the heat from this bag already, like right away. It's the best part of the day, putting on some nice dry socks. Yeah, as I was saying, I heard a noise a little bit ago before I ate, but it's probably just branches falling from the snow. To be honest, it's so quiet out here because of the snow and the lack of wind that any little noise you hear. I remember a time when I got really scared of sleeping in the woods in the dark. Finally have kind of gone past that, but I still get creeped out once in a while. Tonight's gonna be fun. Got the blizzard coming. I'm hoping it doesn't snow too much. I'm hoping it's only 3 to 5 inches, as the most recent report said, but just last night it was saying 5 to 8. So we're kind of on the fringe here of the blizzard. We're gonna get some snow, I'm pretty sure of that. Tonight I actually came equipped with a bunch of hot hands. These are the big body warmers. I have these socks that I wore on the way in. They're a little bit damp, but what I'm gonna do is I already have a pair of socks on. I'm gonna put the hot hands between the current pair I'm wearing, and I'm gonna put these on top of them so they stay on my foot and it'll be nice and toasty. I've learned the hard way that you should not put these hot hands directly against your skin. One time in New Mexico, in the Gila wilderness, and it was really cold out there. We were there in, late November, and we used hot hands a lot. And one night I put one right against my foot, between my sock and my foot. I woke up with some bad burns on my foot. And you wouldn't think so, because these don't get like super hot, but once in a while they do get super hot, and they're pretty inconsistent, but they can burn you. So I won't make that mistake again. Yeah, that's nice. That's warm. All right, so I'm nice and warm, very warm. My feet, those hot hands are really helping. Just warm my feet back up after going out to put the bear bag up. I got this umbrella I brought. Another rudimentary addition to my little shelter here. Alright, so my idea is I'm probably just gonna, lay down like this. Put this like right above me like that. That is actually like perfect. I'll cover my face for the night and protect my face from any snow. This happened with the Coke I drank a few weeks ago, that when I opened the bottle, instantly ice crystals formed inside the liquid. This happened with the water bottle again. I still don't know what does that. I have to do a little research. I'm sure it's got to do something with, you know, it being sealed and physics and all that. I don't know. Because of that, I'm gonna drink some of this water and leave my other water bottle sealed. And hopefully it doesn't freeze. I don't know if it's gonna work, but hopefully I have some water that's not frozen in the morning. And as always, it's very important to remember to drink water, even in cold weather. Something I often forget to do. Hey guys, out here on the tallest mountain in Pennsylvania on a chilly winter night after a major snowstorm, waiting for the blizzard to come tonight. But yeah, I was just lying in my bag for the last probably hour or so, and I'm exceptionally warm, like almost too warm. Like it feels good to be out of my bag a little bit. I checked the weather. It's 18.5 degrees right now, and it's actually supposed to get a little bit warmer as the night goes on. It's going to be low 20s tonight, which is different than what I thought. I thought it was going to be low to mid teens, so it's going to be a little warmer. That's kind of nice. I'm sure it has something to do with the clouds rolling in, not letting the hot air escape the earth, kind of trapping it like a blanket. But yeah, and I also looked, and we are basically at right about 3,000 feet here, almost exactly 3,000 feet. So this is pretty high for Pennsylvania, but I'm sure it's going to be a very comfortable night, and I'm excited to get some rest. I am kind of tired, and you guys have a great night. I am going to have a great night here as long as I don't get soaking wet, but I'm pretty protected, so I think I should be fine. See you tomorrow. It is 11 o'clock. The snow has started. It's falling faster than I expected. I am also extremely hot in the sleeping bag. It is now 2 a.m. and the snow is getting pretty deep. I got a blanket of snow. That's my sleeping bag. My gear is getting covered. Snow is pretty deep. I don't know how many inches fell. I think it's probably about 5 inches of fresh snow. My bag is pretty much perfectly dry in here, inside this bivvy. And obviously, even if the moisture that got on my bag didn't make it through the Gore-Tex, the only moisture present is really around my face where I was breathing, and there was condensate buildup. Only thing about this bag is that the Gore-Tex holds air, a lot of air. You really have to squeeze it to get the air out of the bag to compress it. So it can be a bit of a pain in the morning when you're trying to pack up. There's ice on my sleeping pad. As I lay on my sleeping pad the other night, the heat is transferred through it, through my sleeping bag, into my sleeping pad, both of them. And that melts the snow underneath. And any snow that gets between me and my bag also melts and then refreezes. So that's what this ice is from. You'll probably see a big empty spot on the ground when I pull this second sleeping pad up. Yep, as you can see, it's a big melted spot where I was sleeping. All the heat that left my body, escaped my body through my sleeping bag, my pads, transferred directly into the snow, melting it. This umbrella really served me well. I would have been pretty miserable without this. Okay, it is currently 20.6 degrees. A bit warmer than yesterday and even the evening last night. So it did heat up a little bit. It's still pretty cold. The snow is still falling. I think it should stop in the next hour or two. It was a really fun night. I got to test out my new equipment, my new my Bivvy sack with my new negative 40 degree bag and the umbrella. It all worked together perfectly. I had an excellent night of sleep. Honestly, I slept better last night than I usually do at home. There's probably 70 degrees in my sleeping bag the whole night. Even with the snow on top of me, a nice snow blanket, it was extremely nice. This is the one I left sealed last night. It definitely froze a bit. I'm gonna open this up. It's not completely frozen though. The one I did open last night is almost completely frozen. So it does make a huge difference leaving the bottle sealed. Got a blackberry pie. Anyways, guys, as I said, that was a great night, and I really had a lot of fun. It's a lot of management when you're sleeping in the snow. A lot of trying to keep stuff dry. You have to think about all your moves a bit more. But if you do that, you got the right gear, it's perfectly fine and comfortable to sleep out here, even during a blizzard. So I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna hike out in a few minutes, just finish packing. Time to head out. Gotta hike back to my car. Yeah, the snow is pretty deep. Okay, here's the trail. Just gotta follow this back. It's the creek. Back to the road. I'm extremely hot. Have way too many layers on. Made it